ET aliens asked me to save humanity. This is a strange story of Gabriel Green, twice presidential candidate. Until the late 1950s, a man named Gabriel Green was known mostly only to Americans and considered himself a very serious UFO researcher. And in 1960, he suddenly announced that aliens had asked him to become president of the United States. Presidents of the United States have always been officially skeptical about the subject of aliens and UFOs, and they never gave a direct answer to the most popular question, are UFOs and aliens real? From time to time, the US authorities have tried to get rid of the so-called conspiracy theories. For example, during the Trump administration, the CIA and the Pentagon issued a direct statement regarding the release of previously highly classified files on UFO sightings and studies. From time to time, articles in American newspapers say that former US presidents such as Nixon, Kennedy, and Eisenhower knew about aliens but never officially disclosed anything. However, there was one name that has been forgotten by everyone. This man wanted to enter the US Senate and also tried twice to become president of the United States, publicly stating that he has regular contact with extraterrestrials. Gabriel Green was a professional photographer and UFO researcher and a write-in candidate for the presidency of the United States in 1960 and in 1972. Although he had no political experience, it was very difficult to become president of the United States, as one can understand. The reason for this, when he said that space people personally asked him to become president to, quote-unquote, save the world. Green was born in California in 1924. According to him, at first he hesitated after hearing the request of aliens, but then he realized that the Earth really needs urgent help from space people, otherwise disaster will come. In the 1950s and 60s, Gabriel Green gained attention after he founded the Flying Saucer Club known as AFSCA, United Flying Saucer Clubs of America, and began publishing UFO books and pamphlets such as Let's Face the Facts About the Flying Saucers. Judging by these publications, Green contacted 1.5-meter tall humanoids, allegedly from the planet Corrender, orbiting the triple star Alpha Centauri. Green said he was in telepathic contact with the Cosmic Masters and the Great White Brotherhood, quote-unquote. He also made statements that he personally saw about 75 UFOs, and on July 11, 1959, during a regular AFSCA event at the Statler Hilton Hotel in Los Angeles, he announced that UFOs would fly there for all spectators to watch. In August 1960, he went to the US Senate to run for president. His figure attracted the journalists of the day, and soon an article about him was published in the Los Angeles Times detailing Green's connection to UFOs and contacts with extraterrestrials. The article included the transcript of 2 audio files recorded at the UFO session held at the Shrine Auditorium. Quote, well, at the request of the space people, I've decided that I'm going to do it, run for president of the United States. At the beginning, I felt very humbled when I was asked to take on such a responsibility. To be honest, at first I didn't really feel like taking on such a grand task, but I realized everything when people from space told me about it and showed that civilization we are doomed if one does not make an effort and take no action to change the current direction in which humanity is moving, end quote. In the transcript of the second recording, one could hear Green introducing the audience to a certain man called Prince Niason, who said that he and his partner, there was also a woman whose name remained unknown, arrived to Earth in 1927 from the planet Titanic, which is 1.5 light years from Earth. Green said that he had continuous round-the-clock communication with their spacecraft in Earth's atmosphere and between planets. What happened to Green next? By the 1960 election, he did not come out, but he did not give up, and in 1962 he again ran for US Senate as a presidential candidate. He lost the election, finishing third with a total of over 171,000 votes. Green continued to work on the magazine and the Flying Saucers Club, which meanwhile had over 3,000 members. Then in 1972, Green decided to go back into politics and was now directly running for president. Unfortunately, he again suffered a major defeat. After that, Green retired. He moved to California, to the desert of California, and was now only busy with publishing about UFOs and aliens. After 20 years, even among researchers, few people remembered him, and the media wrote about Green again only in 2001 when he passed away. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.